Now to Decision 2022. Pennsylvania's primary election is just 3 weeks from today, but the state's last high-profile election is still part of the conversation. NBC 10's Lauren Mayk is covering the campaigns. Lauren, how is this playing into the race?
Yeah, Jacqueline, one candidate today, well, he told me that he described as election integrity is the #1 issue in the Republican primary. He's proposing changes to the way elections work in Pennsylvania, potentially taking away some of the options that voters have now. But candidates are also talking about an election that is over.
As voters get ready to cast ballots in this year's races, the 2020 election again taking some of the spotlight.
Have you discussed the 2020 election with former President Trump, and do you think it's time for the party to move on? You have 30 seconds, sir.
I have discussed with President Trump, and we cannot move on.
That's Republican Senate candidate Mehmet Oz in a debate last night with a different answer than he gave me just last Thursday.
Did the two of you talk about the 2020 election and anything he's expecting you to do in the Senate regarding the 2020 election?
No.
President Trump has repeatedly claimed the 2020 election he lost was stolen from him. He's a factor in this election, endorsing Oz and telling people not to vote for gubernatorial candidate Bill McSwain, citing how McSwain handled the 2020 election. Last week, Trump drew attention to an election reform proposal from another candidate for governor, State Senator Jake Corman.
Have you talked to him about the 2020 election at all?
Yeah, I mean, look, one thing that's been interesting, I've sort of developed a friendship over the last few months, which I never envisioned happening. Even got a chance to play golf with him once. He's very gracious, very kind, but we talk about it, but never in specifics like you need to do X, Y, Z. It just, Do
you have the sense that he wants you to do something regarding the 2020 election?
I think like everybody. I mean, look, that's the biggest issue I have on the street since I was
Sure, but
elected,
I'm asking specifically about President Trump right
Sure, I mean, he's interested in what we're doing up here. He's interested in what other states are doing, clearly. But, that's not why we're doing it. We're doing it because that's what my constituents want me to do.
Corman's proposing election reform that includes auditing the 2020 election and ones after it, requiring voter ID and eliminating drop boxes and no-excuse mail-in ballots. I asked about the mail-in option, which initially became law with Corman's support.
Why not fix some of the things that you think should be fixed instead of saying we're going to get rid of that option altogether?
Well, again, we've done it for years without them. I think having this amount of time.
But you voted to have them.
I know. Again, this is before Tom Wolf took all the security measures away.
So why
there
not
lies
work
the
to
problem.
take
Well,
certain measures?
I think we go back to the drawing board and figure out how best to move forward.
Corman almost dropped out of the gubernatorial race recently, but says a conversation with the former president helped change his mind.
When you talked to him this most recent time, and I know you said he urged you to continue fighting,
right.
Did you discuss the 2020 election at that time?
No.
Did you discuss 2024?
No, never discussed 2024.
Did you discuss elections in general?
I'm trying to think, not specific election. You've talked about my race. How are you doing? Are you working hard? Are you doing this? That kind of stuff.
Senator Corman says he doesn't know if President Trump will endorse in the governor's race. And you notice we're talking about Republicans here. Right now, we're just in the primary phase. So it's Republicans running against Republicans and Democrats running against Democrats for the election next month. Then both parties will go head to head in November. I'm Lauren Mayk, NBC 10 News.